iwi e te whānau, he koanga ngāpu tēnei tunga, ki tēnei whare, he hikinga ngākau tapu tūranga hau, hei kāhika mō te kaunihera o Rotorua. Ko te arua taku waka, ko Rotorua taku hapori, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you Ngati Whakaue, who as a tribe and through our entities have contributed significantly to the establishment and development of Rotorua. For all our people who call this district home, as mana whenua you have had an important role in establishing Rotorua and will continue to play an important role in the future of Rotorua. We appreciate you welcoming us so warmly today. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou. I would like to introduce my new team, your new council, who join me today as councillors and also community board members. Last week we were sworn in officially into our roles and declared our oath to act in the best interests, faithfully and impartially, for the betterment of the people of the Rotorua district. Our job is to serve our community and listen to the people that put us here. We look forward to doing that over the next 3 years. I want to make a special mention today to my councillors that also share Ngati Whakaue connections. It is very humbling and meaningful to be welcomed onto our own marae as leaders of the city. This is the first time that we have had Māori ward councillors, so I'm pleased to formally reintroduce to you Councillor Rawiri Waru and Councillor Lani Kiriopa. And of course, the councillor that has been a familiar face in council and in here, and now has the record as the longest serving councillor in the whole entire country, our very own Trevor Horowaiwai Maxwell. And Trevor does send his deepest apologies for not being here with us today. For the first time as well, we have a rural ward councillor. Now the rural area makes up 75% of our district. So I'd like to also welcome Councillor Karen Barker. Also joining us at the table for the first time are our general ward councillors, Greg Brown, Conan O'Brien, Robert Lee and Don Patterson. Our highest polling councillor, who also beat my record of being the youngest councillor, is Fisher Wang. He's not here able to join us today, but he sends his love and best wishes to us all. And I want to acknowledge the councillor who I have entrusted with the important role of Deputy Mayor, and that is Sandra Kaifong. We both share values of hard work, transparency, and the high energy passion that we have for achieving better outcomes for Rotorua. Together, we're, I suppose, the dynamic duo, but we'll also be a formidable team alongside our new councillors leading us forward. Helping us to represent the best interests of our beautiful district are also our Lakes and Community Board members, of which I want to acknowledge Phil Thomas, who has been the chair of the Lakes Community Board. Kia ora, Phil. Together, our community board members provide an important voice and also representation of their communities. Having talked with all of our elected members about their priorities and vision for Rotorua, I'm both excited and confident of this team, who bring their unique experiences and connections with the community to the table. Our job is to set the vision and direction for Rotorua, and then it is up to our council executive team and staff to deliver on these for our community. So I'm very pleased to also have our Chief Executive, Jeff Williams, with us today. And a number of our Deputy Chief Executives as well, Anaru Pewhairangi, Stavros Michael, Craig Tiriana, Thomas Colley, Una Hopkins and Gina Rangi. And of course, our our many council staff who have joined us too. And special kia ora to Jude Pani and our Te Tātou Aotearoa members as well. Kia ora. So that's the team. And while the challenges ahead of us remain significant, this new council before you will bring that fresh perspective and change that our residents wanted. Over these next 3 years, we will tackle significant issues like the housing crisis and improving community safety, like investing in critical infrastructure, protecting our environment, and importantly, restoring the reputation of Rotorua as a great place to live and a great place to visit. Now that's not going to be an easy undertaking, and we can't do it alone. So our relationship with Ngati Whakaue and Te Arawa is going to be crucial in ensuring that we deliver appropriate and effective solutions for communities in that way that is locally led. Because despite the current issues, we do have an opportunity now to make decisions in a way that protects and enhances the things that are important to us as Rotorua locals. There is a wise saying that reminds us, in order to know our way forward, you have to look back. You have to know why, and you have to know how we got here to make the best decisions going forward. So I wanted to share with you a personal story, which I hope will put into words just why I am so humbled and honoured to lead you as Mayor. When I was a girl, I would walk through the halls of council as a youth councillor, and at the time the carving of pūkaki stood prominently in the council galleria. I would often stop and greet him with a smile and a little glance of appreciation that he was looking down on us as we dreamed a better future for Rotorua. Now for those who may not know, pūkaki is an ancestor of ours that is depicted in a carving 5 to 6 metres high. This carving of pūkaki stood as the gateway to Pukero Pā on the hill just behind us in the 1830s. In 1830s. In 1877, pūkaki was presented by Ngati Whakaue to Chief Judge Francis Stark Fenton of the Native Land Court during a hui here at Te Papai o Uri Marae, as recognition to proceed with the development of the Rotorua Township. This presentation of pūkaki to the Crown Fenton was the physical and spiritual seal of trust between Ngati Whakaue and the Crown. By 1880, the Fenton or Rotorua Township Agreement had been negotiated with Ngati Whakaue, Ngati Rangiwiwihi and Ngati Uenuku Kōpako, and then signed by 47 people here in Ohinemotu. And so the township of Rotorua began. 142 years later, and we gather here today to celebrate a milestone of a new mayor who is also a descendant 10 generations from our ancestor. Through my Tapsul whānau, I am a descendant through Pūkaki's children, Henera and Ngāhina. Through my Bennett whānau, I am a descendant through Pūkaki's child, Iriwhati. And through my Morrison side, I am a descendant through Pūkaki's child, Rangi Pākuku. So looking back, I hope that Pūkaki knows that one day, the little girl who would stop and smile at him when she walked past would one day walk down that same hall as the first Māori wahine Mayor of Rotorua. I share this story with you not only to remind you of the important history of how and when our Rotorua Township was established alongside Ngati Whakaue, but to emphasise just how important it is for our children, our next generation of leaders, to continue to see representation of themselves in councils and government, whether that's in arts, culture, language, or the leaders themselves. I stood for Mayor to ensure a better future for Rotorua, and a better Rotorua for all. I'm humbled to have that important role of leading Rotorua as Mayor alongside our council. This is the greatest honour of my life, and I look forward to working hard to deliver those better outcomes for everyone. It is an honour to not only show our children, of which I've also asked children from schools that I attended, Kawaha Point Primary, Kaitau Middle School, and also Rotorua Girls High, so kia ora to the students here with us today. But it's an honour to show Indigenous people across the world that this is a space for us, that we can and we will be strong leaders for our communities. I look forward to working with your new council and alongside our iwi partners to pave the way forward for a better future for Rotorua. Because it is together that our actions, our words and our decisions will ensure that better Rotorua for all. So as we start our journey together over the next 3 years of this council term, I leave you with this. Mā wai te hapuri, e arahi I roto I ngā uautanga o te wā, ki ngā tūmanako me ngā āheinga kei tua. Mā tātou, mā tātou, mā tātou katoa. Who will lead our community through these challenges towards a future filled of opportunities and hope? We will together. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.